not seeing the red. And I was okay. Now we're recording.
Yeah,
What's up, guys? Here at the Internet Scholars Podcast, number 23. That's one after 22.
Are we sure it's 23?
Yes. Because
last
I double
week
checked and I made sure it was 22.
Discrepancies and stuff.
Yeah,
we made the.
But I figured it out. It became the title. The title of podcasting reference the fact this is the 22nd episode. It was all locked in. We got Rob over here on the looking up his game because he's well prepared. We got the Aaron over here with the low energy.
Yeah, the Bucks won, man.
Yeah, and you
still
got
low
the low
energy,
bro. That's what I'm saying. We're
what
2
low energy?
fucking 0.
2-0.
We kicked them Eagles.
The Gators
ass.
won. The Bucks won. The Rays won.
The Seminoles lost.
Seminoles got destroyed by fucking Syracuse.
All around a good sports thing. We'll get back into that in a second because you know how we start every podcast, right? You know, with a little song, a little ditty, right?
Oh, I know.
And if you remember a couple episodes, you know, I made my own little song that we played there.
Mm-hmm.
You may be familiar on the channel. There's a video up where I did a cover of High Hopes. That's
I watched it. I liked it. I shared
A+.
it.
While I was making that, I came up with, let's see how long this takes to load, but with this. Oh, here's the lyrics if you care to sing along.
Always stopping crowd.
New York City, gotta swing high. Gotta swing high for the city. Always got a feeling that makes you that one in a million. Gotta swing high. And then you gotta hear this genius.
Uncle Ben once said to me with great power, responsibilities back in the days. He was still alive, was still alive.
Because then he got killed.
Aunt May once said to me there's
Quote from Spider-Man 1 or 2.
We didn't use your computer to record. No, we recorded Decode on mine last time.
But I still won't give up, even when it's complicated. I'll whip up all the thugs and leave them.
So yeah, I made a Spider-Man High Hopes parody.
I like it.
You can look for more of that later on the channel.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm just reading the lyrics. They're very clever.
Do you like that? We didn't get to that part, but there's a famous Spider-Man meme where he has to pay the rent.
Yeah, rent.
And they made a bunch of memes of it, and there's lines in the song dedicated to that great man, Mr. Dirkovich. Or Dickovich, I don't even remember.
Dickovich. I actually watched
is,
Spider-Man 3 this week.
Why? Why would you torture yourself?
I was trying to hype myself up for Venom, so I'm like, it can't be worse than this.
You never know. It can be. It can be.
Who knows? We'll see.
But as you know, after our little song, our little intro thing that we started, what do we do next? What do we do next, Aaron?
What's been up, yo?
Yeah. So I'm going to start that off with you. What's been up, yo?
Well, in recent weeks, we all know I've been applying for a job at Pasco County Sheriff's Office. And the verdict's in. As of September 24th, this is the press conference I've been talking about all week for my friends, by the way. As of September 24th, the decision is I'm taking my talents to Pasco.
Continue talking.
Don't know what Mike's doing.
Just keep talking.
But, I got Ford. They're trying to fuck me on my car. I went to go pay my first car payment, and they're like, hey, we got to redo your contract a month and a half after you got your car. So I've been reading up on a lot of legal stuff to try and keep my car and also make sure that I don't get fucked. Because apparently Ford wants to go balls deep without lube. And seeing there's no video right now, I'm just going to give you a nice little...
Right when the video came back in, too.
I did that on purpose. I waited. But it's been stressful. I got accused of PREA this week at work. It's been a rough week.
Slightly uneven, but better.
It's been a rough week, but it's good to know that I'm going to Pasco.
Kind of tilted.
I got what I wanted.
No.
So Rob, what's been up, yo?
Let's see. It was a pretty big week for me
It was a pretty big week for me.
college. Jimmy was a race car driver.
Yeah. Go some permit.
It was a pretty big week. I had to do a presentation in
How'd that go?
2 lab. It went pretty well. It went pretty well. See, I've learned
Did
something.
you imagine that the entire class was naked?
No.
Did they imagine you were naked?
No, because they were all naked. It was to help everyone
Yes.
be less stressful. So they were just
biology class tied in with anatomy.
Okay, fucking Poindexter. No, it was actually, I learned something about myself. I get incredibly nervous.
We've waited a long time for you to come out of the closet. So.
Get out of the closet.
Can I grab my gun?
Oh!
And, so I get incredibly nervous before I have to do public speaking. And then once I get up there, I just take on a bit.
Take
on a bit.
Take on a bit. Take
Balls
it. That was the wrong point in the song for it, man.
So, for some reason, I just, because of the project I wanted to do, I just came off like a germaphobe, which was great. Everybody was laughing. I was basically doing a fucking comedy routine up there. At one point, one of the girls was like, I hope you have a second bathroom for when you're doing this experiment, because I'm, like, fungal growth and, like, washcloths or whatever.
This is important. Yes
Was
or
she
no?
hot?
I don't even remember which one it was. But anyway.
Well, I mean, are any of them?
That was a clean hit.
They're not going to watch this.
No, it wasn't. Never mind. I'll take it
Go to
back.
college, watch it.
Oh.
I've had people approach me about it.
Oh, well, have you ever... Why I'm sending them my way? You know what I mean?
Mike, thoughts?
I did not see the play. Oh, that's a helmet-to-helmet. That should be flag.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's pretty much
We're watching the Patch Jacksonville games on TV. If you hear us
Go
comment on it,
Jacksonville!
and that does not mean comment on the whole time we try to do with the fucking Dallas game, but if you hear us comment on it, that's the game we're talking about.
Other than that, just more work.
Fuck Dallas.
Planning on getting some content up on the channel this week. Hopefully I'm going to do a Let's Play of a really old PSX game that maybe nobody's heard of, but it's called Alundra.
Now that PlayStation has named their conference PSX, you must refer to PlayStation, either PS1 or PlayStation Original.
PlayStation Uno.
I'll allow it.
Hugar Station Uno. So that's going to be exciting. It's called Alundra. It's got a really good story, so hopefully you guys will tune in for that. But
And if you don't, I'll still post them anyways.
I'll share them.
That
Like I always do.
pretty much wraps up my what's been up, yo, since I kept getting ran off the road with my story. So, Mike, what's been up, yo?
Did you ever finish your story with the
No,
cute girl in your class?
No, I didn't. We're past it.
But no, we're not. We need
No,
to dive back in.
Was she hot?
I already said what's been up, yo, Mike.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't. Remember last week when like you were done with your segment and then I started to tell mine and then you went to like a 5-minute story in the middle of my segment?
Okay, so look.
It means nothing.
Here, look. Pat. I said what's
He's grabbing his gun. Oh no.
Oh no.
and I grabbed my gun. I said.
And she's calling a cab.
And
And she's calling a cab.
She's calling.
Still waiting on Rob to grab something.
Yeah.
He's looking.
So I said what's been up, yo. So I passed.
The torch.
The
I'm not
torch.
grabbing the torch. What if that would have stayed lit and set me on fire,
That's
huh?
not how cigarette lighters work, Mike.
I wouldn't know. I don't smoke cigarettes. Or vape.
Yeah, okay.
What's been up with me? Well, work sucked once again. Big surprise.
I know.
We had a whole aisle of freezers go down. Had to deal with that shit. Then had to restock all that shit.
That sounds like the opposite of fun, Mike.
Did they let you take
really?
home the ruined food?
No, but we
Before it went
did
bad?
add a lot of like ice cream sandwiches and like drumsticks into the freezer at work.
The
for
employee
employees.
lot.
So
Yeah.
so we had ice cream sandwiches all week.
Nice.
But yeah, work was the worst, especially since like it's like just so unfulfilling, and like the fulfillment I got from making like both that parody and the cover up with the video was like completely fulfilling, and it reminds me why I want to do this shit instead of that shit.
Yeah.
Besides that, I didn't do much. I recently listened to a shit ton of Weezer out of nowhere, and Weezer's fucking great.
They are.
So go listen to Weezer.
Seen them in concert.
They're still legit, even their new shit. Their 2000 shit, their 90s shit, it's all good. It's all.
They're just an all-around.
They had a bop that I
Great
didn't know they had.
band.
And then
They
you
got
guys
a
were like,
lot
how
of
did you not know
bops.
that bop? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't listened to Weezer since the 90s. I mean, I've listened to them since.
Have you
but it's
listened to
been the
Pork and
90s shit.
Beans?
Yeah, yes, I have heard Pork and Beans and seen the video.
Troublemaker?
Yes, that's one of the ones I listened to yesterday.
You had never heard Troublemaker before yesterday?
I didn't listen to Weezer for like 15 years. What are we not getting on about this?
I've never hit a woman before.
Bree says otherwise. Oh,
no!
Shit. No, she doesn't. That is incorrect. If you're watching this and you're
She
wondering
hits
if he's
me, actually.
a sexual abuser, he's not. Just mentally.
Yes.
But yeah,
Psychological abuse.
I don't have a shit ton of stuff to talk about with what's been up, yo, but I do have a decent list here to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get on to the random shit I found interesting through the week.
Okay.
First off, it's a story that I still don't know what the fuck's up with it because no one's being legit. But Henry Cavill's out as Superman, but he's not out as Superman. But then Henry Cavill posts a picture of him with a Superman action figure, and then people are like, I still don't know what the fuck's going on. But let's just talk about that possibility. How would you feel if Henry Cavill is no longer Superman?
I'd hate to see him go, because really, for me, he's the one shining pinprick of light.
Yeah, because you hate Ben Affleck and people that look like Ben Affleck. We
Yeah.
established this on the podcast. Even though his Batman's amazing.
If Henry Cavill leaves, give Nicolas Cage his chance.
He had his chance, they canceled the movie. So
Okay,
think about that.
On a real note, I was looking at people.
Kim Jong-un.
In your biology class, yeah, you were told this already.
I think Liam Hemsworth could possibly do a good Man of Steel.
But Liam Hemsworth,
Clearly,
no offense to you out there, he can't fucking act.
Clearly, Batista.
You've seen the Hunger Games
Batista
films,
needs to be Man of
No,
Steel.
I haven't.
Oh, enjoyable-ish. Except Mockingjay, but I mean Mockingjay was a bad book. So
the one article I read on it was he hasn't stepped away but there's no plans for anything with Superman right now, and he did turn down, and what spurred this whole thing was he turned down a cameo in Shazam over money and scheduling difficulties.
Here's a group of words in an order I never thought I would say. I could see Channing Tatum doing an alright Man of Steel.
Well, it's been a good run on the podcast.
Channing Tatum is too comedic, I feel, to pull off
I don't know.
the grizzled action.
Just bring back Tom Welling.
He's done some.
I would love Tom.
I would
back.
be down for that.
I just say we
Michael
scrap
Rosenbaum
the
wants
DC
to.
universe.
Did you see what Michael Rosenbaum?
I said he wanted his Lex Luthor job back. I didn't see what his actual statement was.
He tweeted out, "If only Jesse Eisenberg would quit now, and I get another chance."
I mean, that would be legit. Oh, Todd Gurley scored another touchdown.
Yeah, I saw.
It would be really great if Jesse Eisenberg quit because he is a terrible Lex Luthor.
He is.
Ben Kingsley would be so much better at that role.
As Lex Luthor? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, he had a shot with the Mandarin, and you saw how that happened.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. That was Shane Black.
Stop blaming Shane Black for everything. Just because the new Predator sucks, all right?
I haven't seen
Not
it
your
yet.
fault. No one has. No one went and saw that movie. Which makes me upset because, I mean, like...
fucking Predator.
No, actor, funny, Key and Peele.
One that isn't from Get Out.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Thank you. Keegan-Michael Key. I couldn't think of his name for some reason. But he was in that movie. And I was excited to see it. And
So was Olivia Munn.
Campy as fuck. Yeah, then there was that whole, like, she was in a scene with, like, some, like...
With a pedophile.
And then she was like, what the fuck's up with this? And then they had to cut it out, and it was a whole thing.
Yep, Shane Black befriends the pedos.
Besides, I like Iron Man 3. It's enjoyable. I like most
I
Shane Black
enjoyed
movies.
Iron Man 3.
Did you ever see, not the other guys, with Ryan Gosling.
The Notebook?
With Ryan Gosling and guy that can't sing from Les Mis, Russell Crowe.
Isn't that the other guys?
No, the other guys is the Will Ferrell comedy, where The Rock and Samuel Jackson died at the very beginning.
Yes. I didn't know that was I didn't know that was a Shane Black movie.
The other guys isn't, but the Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling one is. I can't think of.
Fact check?
Someone fact check. If only there was someone with an open computer, I could have checked.
He's not even paying attention to the podcast. He's just looking at porn.
It's good. Nice Guys. The Nice Guys.
Yeah,
Nice
Guys.
That's one of the most underrated films of last year. Besides Legend of the Sword, which unfortunately we won't be talking about since someone didn't do their homework.
You said you wanted to rewatch it. That was the deciding
Yeah, but
factor.
if you would have seen it, then I probably would just like.
I watched it. I loved it. It was great.
Save it for the media club later.
Sorry.
All right. After Henry
Cooley
Cavill being
sucks.
out as Superman, the next exciting news is that there was a new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. It revealed, it gave us our first look at the Big Hero 6 world.
Oh,
We knew it was announced before, but Baymax looks awesome. It looks fun. San Francisco looks cool to play as.
What's the weapon like in that world?
It looks kind of like you got like a Baymax sword that like transforms into different things as you're swinging it.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks legit.
That's cool.
And then there was also the announcement of Kingdom Hearts VR, so I guess I'm buying a PlayStation VR now.
Jesus.
It's apparently going to be a like more like an experience scenes and the music from it, but there's also going to be parts where you can swing the keyblade around. But knowing Nomura, who put fucking canon scenes in the orchestra tours, there's probably going to be some sort of story scene in this that I'm going to have to get a PSVR for.
Yeah.
Pretty safe bet.
Next up, Black Panther is apparently pushing for Best Picture at the Oscar. The first Marvel film to actually push for Best Picture.
It's deserving.
It's not. It's not deserving. There are way better movies than that this year. Fuck, even Infinity War is a better movie than that this year. Black Panther, very good. But the only reason it's being pushed for Best Picture is the fact that it's like basically all black cast. Let's be real.
I hate to say it, but you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. I would never lie. Never tell a lie. Yep, just leave me here hanging. No one else get more opinions.
I mean, it's definitely no Infinity War. I don't even rank it with Ant-Man, but
I mean, it was better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think Black Panther's a really good movie. I think Michael B. Jordan, if you want to push him maybe for best supporting actor in a film, maybe.
Or even fucking Chadwick Boseman is best.
No, Chadwick Boseman's performance in that film was okay. It was not best actor worthy, even a little bit. Like if anything, I could say Michael B. Jordan's role could almost be considered for best lead actor, since he was basically a co-lead.
And best supporting actor would clearly be Boku.
M'Boku. Get the M in there. Man ape. Yeah, I like that Marvel's finally pushing one of these movies for Best Picture. I just feel it's not
the right one.
It's just being considered because they want to be more inclusive, which I don't agree with personally. But we're gonna move on from that. Or we step on any more toes. Next up, what's my favorite horror film, Rob?
Scream.
Aaron remembers. I'm proud of you. He's a better friend.
I was gonna get there eventually.
He's the new co-host. It
wasn't even hard for me.
What's
We know you're having troubles with your girlfriend.
What's one of my favorite early 2000s starring Luke Wilson horror films?
Is that The Cabin in the Woods?
No, that's 2010s. I do really enjoy that.
Starring Luke Wilson?
Yeah, I believe he's in it, right?
He's not in The Conjuring, is he?
No, early 2000s. Early 2000s. Maybe late 90s. I'm not exactly sure where this is. It's based on a book.
My Superhero Ex-Girlfriend?
Had to read it. I said a horror film.
Drag You to Hell?
No. It's a book I had to read in middle school. I don't know if you did. I don't know if we had. The answer, it has a killer with a hook. Does that help?
Candyman?
No, we'll get to Candyman later.
They're making another Candyman?
Yeah, we'll get to that. He has a hook he puts in the side of teenagers' cars. He knows things. Knows specific things.
I know what you did last summer.
I know what you did last summer. Blumhouse, the creator of The Purge and Get Out and all that.
Wow, that took me way too long.
They want to
That's a book?
Yeah, it's a book. It's actually pretty good. The book, different than the movie, but still good. But I think the movie's different enough that it stands on its own. But different thing. Blumhouse, the creator of all these like smaller horror films, wants to take over the Scream franchise, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Bring it back.
Good stuff.
And Blumhouse makes good stuff, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, technically, it's David Bloom or whatever his name is, said that he wants to bring it back, but since he is Blumhouse,
I'm not against it. I mean,
Scream is amazing. Scream 2 is good. Scream 3 is amazing.
Do you think they do a reboot, or do you think they do a continuation?
Reboot. After Scream 4, I don't want a continuation of that.
let Nev Campbell.
Especially since, did you watch Scream 4?
That was with Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
It was not.
I enjoyed it, but the problem with Scream 4 is that
was that the one where it was like her brother or cousin or something was
the killer?
Yeah.
It was enjoyable.
Yeah, the problem with Scream 4 though is that the first Scream films they were parodying other horror films, but when it got to Scream 4 they were
parodying the other
itself.
Scream movies.
Which I mean is like a trend in Scream, but I feel like this like even just kind of like parodied even the like idea of reboots and stuff like that.
It's a power move.
Where I think you could just do like a straight reboot that's just once again just getting at the actual horror films themselves instead of having to be as meta as you were in that. But I love the Scream franchise. I really like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, I did too. That is a really...
So I'm excited that Blumhouse is potentially bringing these back. At least they want to. My list exited out, so I gotta bring it back up. Next up, speaking of Candyman, do you know who wants to make a Candyman reboot? Or I think is even attached to make a Candyman
Tony
reboot?
Todd.
No.
But he's Candyman.
Rob, do you want to take the
Our greatest fears have come true.
Yes, he's entered the real world. Jordan Peele from Get Out fame.
Oh, I
and Key
remember.
and Peele.
Only if Tony Todd's in it, and that's the only way I care.
I mean.
No, he is Candyman.
Yeah, unless they cast someone else's Candyman.
It doesn't
that's how
fucking
it works.
matter.
I
He's
mean,
also Death.
I mean, Adam West was Batman until Val Kilmer showed up. There was no one in between them. You're not gonna call me out on fucking Michael Keaton? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, but you didn't.
My look is a call out.
You know what that was? You know what
I
that
was
was?
just. I
You know
I
what
just
that
had-
was? That was Aaron couldn't remember Michael Keaton's fucking name.
No, you're wrong. I actually had a 45-minute conversation with one of my sergeants the other day about how they need to redo the entire fucking DC universe.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, you just want your Batman Beyond movie, okay?
I
Let's move
just
on.
want my Batman Beyond movie.
You want Michael Keaton to play Batman Beyond?
That is it.
Well, to play Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond, then someone else.
That is it.
Tory,
All I want
Tory
is
Gillis is the Batman.
Tony McGillis.
Tony McGillis.
I think so.
Tory McGillis, something like that. He's actually Batman's son, genetically, because he's a clone or some shit. I don't know.
Argus.
It got weird. Yeah, Jordan Peele's gonna make Candyman. I'm all for that because Get Out was amazing.
It was good.
I didn't like it.
You were wrong. It's just that simple. Like Get Out is a.
It was actually one of the hardest movies I've ever had to sit through. Me and my old roommate Michael Jenkins, shout out. We both hated it. It just was.
So 2 out of everyone else on the planet hated it.
It had no redeeming qualities.
What is wrong with you?
It had plenty of redeeming qualities.
It
had
just.
some of the most gorgeous cinematography and a like more indie-sided film that
I
I've seen.
didn't like the plot. I didn't like any of it.
I just don't even know how to respond to that. That is
I mean,
that is sacrilegious.
Coming from the same guy who doesn't like Breakfast Club, is it surprising?
When you consider movie opinions, unless it's about Legends of the Sword, disregard it, Aaron's. Next up, we're sticking with that movie train. Mulan, live action. You know, they're slowly releasing more
they're gonna
details
whitewash the entire thing.
No, like almost all the cast is Asian.
Oh.
So no, that's horrible. That's not what happened.
I just,
In fact, Jimmy Wong is cast in the film. Freddie Wong's brother.
I just want Eddie Murphy in a bullshit non-CGI dragon costume. Everything else can be
Well,
super
it's funny you mentioned
serious.
the dragon because it's been confirmed that Mushu's going to be in the movie.
Sweet.
They're bringing Mushu in, and they've confirmed that they're going to bring classic songs back.
With Eddie Murphy.
I don't know about that.
Then it's not Mulan.
You know he just had like his 11th kid here in the last couple of months?
Yeah.
I mean,
He gets around.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Wherever he laid his hat, he got a kid.
His girl likes to party all the time, and what he doesn't tell you is he does too.
It's true.
I heard a rumor. Never mind.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah? What joke you want to make here?
I can't make it.
You can make it.
I can't make it because I'm not looking to get edited off of the podcast again.
You're the one once so far. The modern era podcast.
I'm just saying
Besides the one time I had to edit Noe out once.
It could have been love. It could have been a hot Cosby.
Wow.
You've made worse that I've kept in.
Wow.
Next up, Danganronpa. Yeah, you've heard of that game series, I'm sure. You have no clue what that is. That's way too...
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo. So, Danganronpa, the game franchise, you're aware of it, right?
Yeah.
Zero Escape, are you aware of that game franchise?
No.
It's basically it's like Escape Rooms the game, kind of, but not.
Okay.
Just Japanese style. But those two creators, the creator of Danganronpa and Zero Escape, have teamed up and they're making a new studio. They're working on an action RPG game. They're working on another game that looks like it's kind of like a mixture between Danganronpa and Zero Escape. They're working on an anime that's going to be in the vein of Leon the Professional, which if you haven't seen Leon the Professional, is that a fucking movie?
No, I'm all about supporting unique game ideas. That's why I'm really excited for Starlink to come out. Starlink Battle for Atlas.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why I'm giving you this look.
Why are you giving me that look?
Because Toys to Life is dead, Robert. Stop trying to make it a thing. Starlink Atlas for Life isn't that the Toys to Life game with Star Fox in it?
Yeah.
That's a Toys to Life game. Do you remember Disney Infinity?
Yeah.
Do you remember the Lego one that they tried to make?
Yeah.
Do you remember Skylanders?
And Skylanders still sells really well.
They're like all dead, man.
Skylanders is
Dead.
dead. Kill it. You know what else is dead, but I played it this morning? Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I mean, it's not dead. I mean, people still play it.
It was kind of boring.
I mean, yeah, it's not. It doesn't. The campaign sucked. It doesn't have a lot to add. But I mean, it was a fine game. I thought it looked pretty.
It was very pretty.
It looked pretty. It was Star Wars. Can't handle Star Wars.
It's Call of Duty Star Wars.
Battlefront Star Wars.
Oh, speaking of video games, I don't know if you added this, but Avenged Sevenfold is doing another song for Black Ops. And
I know that. Do you know why?
It releases
you know why?
tomorrow.
Because I give zero shits about Black Ops 4.
Absolutely zero.
But Avenged Sevenfold is pretty good. So.
Black Ops 4, the game where they copped out, didn't put a story in it, and made the multiplayer a battle royale.
Oh, so it's free then?
No, it's going to be full price release.
But all other battle royale games are free.
Yeah.
I mean, PUBG's only $20, but still, it's at least a budget game, right? No, not a budget game.
Full $60 release.
What else does it have besides the battle royale?
Nothing.
Oh, and people are gonna buy it?
Probably.
Is it still gonna be the best-selling game of the year?
Probably.
Because you know what's always the best-selling game of the year?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I don't know.
Womp womp.
I think this one could turn it.
And finally, before we get into the Nintendo Direct, which I know Rob's antsy to talk about, he's jonesing for it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Out of the closet, finally?
He's going to fight Manny Pacquiao again. Oh, the noose is over there. Yeah, so we get to see people, think Manny Pacquiao can win for about 3 months till they finally fight and realize, oh, Floyd can just avoid him and be a little bitch the whole time. Because that's what's going to happen.
Look,
I watched Mayweather. Pacquiao won.
Did you watch Pacquiao's last fight?
No.
It was like 2 years ago, and I love Pacquiao. Huge fan of Manny. It was hard to watch. It was really
But at
hard.
least he probably got some punches in, right? Because you know what he's not going to be able to do against Floyd? Get punches in. It's just going to be a boring, long fight, and people are going to be upset. But he's still going to make
It's official?
It's official. That is the thing that is happening. Speaking of Safarian Jenkins, who I didn't know
the Philippines must need money or something.
Yeah.
It's probably hurricane relief.
Well, speaking of that, I mean, they just recently got power back. But, 7,000 people didn't die. It was only like 15 when Trump was there, so that number's definitely been changed.
Yes, clearly.
I mean, the president said so. It can't be wrong, right?
I mean, he is our Lord and Savior.
Quit the podcast. All right, so the last thing for news I got to talk about is that Nintendo Direct. Go through all that news that came out, see what's going on. I got it pulled up on my computer here. First up, Luigi's Mansion 3!
Looking forward to that.
I'm stoked.
The second one was a portable game, wasn't it?
The second one was 3DS exclusive. I never played it.
I did not play
Even
it.
though I it's kind of on a 3DS. I have access to a 3DS.
It's been a while since.
Since
I played the first one.
Since I could.
However, I have really good memories of the first one. It was an enjoyable experience from everything I can remember, so I'm looking forward to it.
Holy shit! 21-3.
Yep. At
Jacksonville
halftime.
over the Pats at halftime.
No, I just love that game. Finally, respects Luigi, because most games don't. And Luigi's Mansion 1 is a very fun experience. It's one of the few games I actually played on GameCube that, were GameCube games. Next up, Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Didn't play Super Mario Sunshine.
It's coming to 3DS. Who's excited? Yeah?
I was never
No one. Moving on. Bowser's Inside Story for 3DS got a January release date. Moving on.
Stop.
Here's what we call the who the fuck cares about 3DS games.
Yoshi's was a 3DS game? I thought that was a Switch.
Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Oh.
No, Kirby's. You know the Wii game Kirby's Epic Yarn. It's coming to Switch.
Oh, okay.
They're adding like different shit to it. Bowser's Inside Story looks cool, but it's on 3DS. Not gonna play it. Next up,
Cloud Slate.
Katamari Damacy Reroll. Katamari is that how you pronounce it? I've never played that game. I know people enjoy it.
Somebody was trying to explain it to me. Something about rolling things.
Yeah, you
up
just roll a
magnetic.
lot and make big things or something.
I mean, I'm sure it's enjoyable if they're making another one, but I missed on me.
That was it's a remake of the original, I believe.
Oh,
So I'm not really sure. Then we get into the Switch Online segment of the news, which you're gonna have to pay for starting the 18th.
Tuesday.
So it won't be out by the time this podcast comes out. Probably, who knows? First off, cloud saves. They're coming. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know, lose your 3D, use your Switch, get a new one. You'll have those games.
No,
Cloud saves.
That was right down the street from my house.
That's sad. Why is that in between that? Wait, was all the internet news in there? Okay, what else? Because they gave 4 things. It was that they basically announced the NES catalog. They're just gonna keep adding games to it.
Yeah, they're not gonna do the rotation thing they were talking about before.
You got online play, and there was a 4th thing. I don't know.
I think they were
Online play, cloud saves.
I think they're running membership exclusive sales.
Oh yeah. There's gonna be deals, which we don't know what they are yet because they didn't reveal it. Next up, Mario Tennis Aces adding 4 characters.
Do you have Mario Tennis Aces?
I have Mario Tennis Aces. I barely played it, but I have it. It's sitting there. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
It's Mario Tennis. You can do Wii mode, so like Mario Tennis, you can do it like that. Can't remember the 4 characters, but they're adding 4 characters.
Yeah.
Next up, Yoshi's Crafted World. I think it looks cool. I'm excited for it.
I love Yoshi,
as long as it's not.
It's 2D Paper Mario. It looks fun.
All I was gonna say
you didn't see the gameplay from it. That's right.
No, I didn't see the gameplay of it. What I was going to say precautiously was that as long as it's not like the Kirby's Yarn of Yoshi games.
No, it's a unique style
team or whatever the fuck
it's 2D. You can like go backwards through the course. You can go you like turn different dimensions. So it's like kind of Paper Mario-y and like it's craft themed. So like there is yarn, but everything's like kind of like. No, it's hard to explain, but like craft is like the
as long as there's a challenge curve to it, I think it'll be enjoyable. But
I think with the Yoshi curve, the challenge doesn't come from like the actual game itself, but like finding all the things in it. Like there's actual challenge to that. Unlike
that Kirby game it kind of made me apprehensive of these cutesy. Geared even
the
more.
Kirby game was fine, all right.
It was fine. There was no challenge to it whatsoever.
That's because we played the whole thing in one sitting. You got burnt out, all right? It was fun.
It's not a matter of burnout. We died once, Mike, in a 7-hour play session.
I could have made us die more. If I just could have kept making you guys different characters.
You were trying to make us die more, you asshole.
Yeah, but then you guys got upset, so I stopped. But if you wanted more challenge, you should just let me be me. All right.
These dumb Labo games are beginning to look more and more entertaining.
Next up, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe coming to Switch January 11th. Fun. It's like a mix between a 3D and a 2D world. It's a 3D version of a 2D Mario, kind of.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for that.
Or is the Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe just a straight up 2D Mario? No. Yeah, Super Mario World is the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah, Super Mario.
This is just the straight 2D one that came out. Really.
It's like 2.5.
This was like the 2D, and then like you had the Wii pad, and people could like draw the fucking lines on it, which I don't think would be a feature.
This is here.
Yeah, that's 2D.
It's 2.5.
I mean, it's animation. Do you go along this way on a course?
No, but 2.5 is a 3D game, 2D side scroller.
It's a 2D game.
2.5.
2D game. They got those NES controllers coming to Switch, so you can play those NES games any way you want.
Yeah, I don't know how one expects to use those on both sides of the controller.
Oh God!
Those are just to charge it. They can't actually function as Joy-Cons. They're just for those NES games.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say like if they're trying to make this like. With Joy-Con function.
Here was a surprising announcement from the Direct. What's their name? Game Freak.
Yeah.
Game Freak's making a new game that's not Pokemon. It's called The Town. That's the working title. Mm-hmm. The premise is you're in a town. Everything's peaceful. then all of a sudden monsters start attacking, and then you got to use your different characters to start fighting off the monsters in town and wonder what's going on with it. And it's all set in the one town.
Oh.
It's a very interesting concept, and I'm glad to see Game Freak doing something different.
It'll be something to look at.
Cities Skyline is coming to Switch. Good for you if you want to play it. I don't know why you would.
I was gonna say I played it. It was definitely subpar compared to SimCity games.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely there. Okay. Next up, they announced a new character for Smash, Isabella.
Yeah.
From Animal Crossing, because that's what everyone wanted. You know, I mean, sure you had all these other cool games you could bring someone from, but yeah, let's bring Isabella in. From Animal Crossing, yay!
I don't know what Animal Crossing is.
Exactly.
And I love Super Smash Bros. Like, it's why I'm buying a Switch on Black Friday.
Next up, they showed off that new special Super Mario Brothers Ultimate Switch. The Switch itself isn't different, but the Joy-Cons have like the logo, like the little check mark, and the charging station looks sick as like the 6 original characters from the original Smash on the side of the charging station. So if you don't have a Switch yet and you like Smash Brothers, pick it up. It also comes with a copy of the game.
Show me what it looks like.
Okay.
Just like this.
Yeah, that's the difference is the charging station.
That's badass. I will probably buy that.
Next up, we got that Final Fantasy dump, basically. What's coming to Switch? Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9.
Excited about that.
And 10-10-2, all come to Switch.
I am hoping that Final Fantasy 9... Wait, what else is coming to Switch? There were like 8 games.
Yeah, those are like the big ones. There's also the Mystery Dungeon Chocobo game.
Crystal Chronicles.
Crystal Chronicles. I was going to give its own thing, but if you want to throw it in that too. World of Final Fantasy's coming. Which World of Final Fantasy is a fun game. I was just checking out.
I'm excited for Crystal Chronicles to come back because it's going to be a good local area party play. I'm hoping Final Fantasy IX, unlike the rest of the more recent redos of it, that it's going to have the multiplayer that was in the original Final Fantasy IX.
I bet it's just going to be a straight port of the PC version.
The thing is, the multiplayer in Final Fantasy IX wouldn't be a big deal. Basically what you did for multiplayer in Final Fantasy IX was you just divided party between controllers. Which was a nice touch, being able to play through the narrative.
So it's kind of like what was the name of that game? It's the RPG. You start off with one character, but as soon as you get the second player, you can play like the whole thing. It's like a PS1 game, JRPG. I can't think of what it's called. I wasn't big into JRPGs at the time. Yeah, I can't think of what it's called, but hopefully someone out there knows what I'm talking about.
Chrono
Trigger. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Chrono Trigger. But the whole thing co-op. I think the ports of it from the future have come. But yeah, there's a lot of smaller Final Fantasy games there. They're like, hey, here you go.
Yeah.
No Final Fantasy game on Switch, we'll give it to... Oh, and also Pocket Edition is available now on Switch, which is Final Fantasy 15, but chibi-ish, and there's less going on. Like, it's more, like, streamlined.
Yeah.
So there's not, like, a whole lot... I don't think there's, like, a lot of the side mission stuff. It's just kind of go do your thing. Next up, they're bringing board games to Switch.
Yeah.
Tabletop games. We got Settlers of Catan confirmed, Pandemic, Munchkin, and... Carcassonne? I don't know what that one is, but the rest of the ones I'm familiar with.
I was going to say that one didn't.
Munchkin's fun. Pandemic's a good time. Settlers is a really fun one. It's a classic. So I'm excited for having these on the Switch. It is perfect for tabletop mode. You just throw it on the table and be like, hey, let's play this. And just share it.
Maybe eventually we could get Betrayal in the House on Haunted Hill.
That is such a good game.
Did you know they're making a Netflix movie based off movie or series?
I did.
Interesting. Or we could just get off our lazy asses and buy it and then play it.
Yeah, it'd be like a $45 game. We could split it.
Yeah.
And that is all the Nintendo Direct news. Yay!
I need to buy a Nintendo so I can start participating in these games.
Animal Crossing 2019.
That was all the news from this game. No offense, I'm not offended by Animal Crossing. Me personally, I have no interest in it. I get that some people do. It's just I don't.
I found them enjoyable in previous iterations, and I think the mobility of the Switch.
Blake Bortles has 50 points right now.
Jesus.
49.7. Don't let me exaggerate, but 50 points.
I think the mobility of the Switch will lend itself to like community play with that.
Do you think it'll have a lot of crossover with Pocket Camp?
Ooh, I forgot about Pocket Camp.
Most people did.
It's possible that they could tie it into that somehow or another. I mean, with Nintendo bringing Pokemon Go towards the Switch, it's possible they could also bring Pocket Camp towards it.
Would you like that, or would you, since you're the Animal Crossing player here, would that be something that you're excited for, or would you prefer them to not
like cross play or whatever?
Yeah, like do something kind of like you can bring like your supplies from Pocket Camp over to Switch or something like that. I don't know.
I don't.
Or like maybe like if you're on the go, like you can be like, okay, I'm in my town, and you go camping for the weekend or something, and then you can.
I could see where they could do something like that. They could tie it in so you can get collectibles or limited pieces of clothing. Or
And would that be something you'd enjoy, or would you prefer it to stay away from that?
I don't see where it would take. I don't see where it would take away from it as long as you weren't getting anything game altering from the mobile or from the phone. I mean, rather.
Yeah, just like as someone that doesn't play Animal Crossing, I don't have an opinion. So
I didn't know what Animal Crossing was until 5 minutes ago. So
it's a life simulator, except there's animals. It's a communism simulator, except there's animals. Like you get a loan out to buy your house and start getting shit, and then you gotta wait for certain shit to get shit, and then you gotta help people to get shit, and then they give you shit, and then eventually you pay off your loan. Animal Crossing.
It's The Sims.
Yeah, it's kind of like a chibi.
Except with loans.
Kid-oriented.
There's no loans in Sims.
It's a kid-orientated, like, more explorative sim.
So Roller Coaster Tycoon?
No, because like you're playing a single character, and like you can see what other characters are doing, and
you move into a city. You have neighbors. You can go to other people's cities. You can go fishing. You can chop down trees. You can.
But you're an animal.
You can, no.
You're a human. Everyone else is an animal.
Everybody else is,
including the raccoon, Tim Nook.
Except for player characters. Player characters are human.
You can interact with, like, the 3DS version. I know you could interact with other people's towns. So I assume the Switch version.
The Wii version did too. So I'm certain that the Switch will.
Interesting. Not really, but interesting.
It exists. It exists. And now we throw it off to Rob for his game.
Alright, so we've got our normal 4 news articles. Mike and Aaron have to pick out the fake news, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. So,
turn it.
Go ahead and kick, or just don't look and be a dick.
I now have a 66% chance to win this match. Before these games started, I had like a 30% chance to win.
I have a 6% chance of winning this match.
You should have played Blake Bortles and Jared Goff.
I chose Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, and I failed.
You failed the city.
And Julio Jones.
Ooh.
But the rest of my
didn't he catch a touchdown today?
Did he?
I don't know. Start your game.
Alright. Arizona park officials order Jason Voorhees out of the lake. Frat brothers draw all over pledge who passed away at party. Is climate change coming for your beer? Man gets prison for drunkenly shooting at non-existent clowns.
The last one I'm going to assume is real. What was the first one?
Arizona park officials ordered Jason Voorhees out of the lake.
I know what I'm going with, but I'm letting Aaron go first.
And the second one was what?
Frat brothers draw all over pledge who passed away at party. Is climate change coming for your beer? And man gets prison for drunkenly shooting at non-existent clowns.
Oh my god. You did really good this week. I'm gonna, just because I'm an avid beer drinker, the fake news is gonna have to be the beer for me.
Which beer?
The
climate change beer or the drunkenly shooting clowns?
That one
passed out drunk at the party.
I'm gonna go with climate change.
Climate change?
Right, the climate change one is clearly real because they're making a clever article. Be like, hey man, they're taking out the crops or whatever the fuck. So that one was a clear true. The clowns one, I live in Florida. I know the spirit of Florida man lives even outside of Florida.
You would
sometimes.
get prison for that.
So the clown one, I'm going to believe is real.
Whoa.
Okay.
Which leads me to the top 2. I just have to believe that them drawing on a dead pledge is the fake news. So for the sake of humanity, tell me that's the fake news.
That is, in fact, the fake news.
There's hope. There's hope.
Leave my beer alone.
Are you going to do your normal run
I'm
through
talking to you, Al Gore.
Or did I basically explain it all?
The drunken shooting at non-existent clowns happened in Reading, Pennsylvania.
He was a transfer from Florida.
Florida of the North.
I fired a shotgun multiple times on the side of his apartment because he feared there were clowns inside.
What kind of methamphetamines was he on?
He's going to get the next 5 years in prison.
Maybe send him to a mental hospital?
As far as Jason Voorhees, everybody going on about the statue at the bottom of the lake tipped off Arizona Park
There's
officials.
a statue at the bottom? That's
Wait,
awesome.
what?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's
I did not know
There's
that.
a statue at the bottom of a lake in an Arizona state park of Jason Voorhees. It's called Crystal Lake Park or something like that.
Why would they get rid of that? That's awesome.
That's amazing. Fuck Arizona.
People just don't want to have fun.
Jason's at the bottom of the lake. It's not telling me anything about. Yeah, but anyway, so I guess they scuba down to it after seeing posts about it on social
Reddit.
media and are nixing that.
Ooh.
All right, now he's over 50 points, so I can say yes.
Basically, there's a Belgian brewery that relies on very specific temperature ranges to get their beer just right.
Yep, I figured.
And so that's going away because of global warming.
You know what? Global warming. I was fine with the ice caps. I was fine getting rid of the ozone layer.
Leave
But
my beer alone.
That's sacred, all right? I'm looking at you, climate change. Stop. Stop what you're doing. Just chill out. Literally. Get it? Get it? Chill out. It's warming. Because as you know, global warming clearly only talks about, temperatures rising. Because when it's cold, that doesn't have anything to do with global warming.
I can feel my temperature rising.
That's why the correct term should be global climate change. Because when it gets really cold when it's not supposed to, that's also because of global warming. I'm talking to you, Trump voters.
The more you know.
And that just leaves us with one segment left. We went quick through this podcast.
Yeah, damn. Well,
That would be the low energy G.
well, I mean, we can go over the scores of today's so far games.
Oh, are we going to do the
It's a
picks
good
for
thing
week
I
3?
keep-
Yes.
It's a good thing I keep this news here.
Go.
Picks for week 3. As I never prepared for this. I'm taking a leaf out of Rod's book. Never prepared.
I picked really good this last week.
I've been prepared every week since you've been on this podcast.
You were looking for stories when we started this podcast.
You were looking for stories halfway through the podcast.
I'm prepared by the time I get to my bit now, aren't I, fucko?
On a side note, while we're waiting, Spectrum TV app.
Sucks.
Fuck off.
It is awful.
That's all I got.
It is the worst app in the world.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're like some apps run like child trafficking and shit.
What?
Yeah, like some apps like child trafficking and shit are run through them. I think those are worse apps.
You leave Kidner alone.
like WhatsApp. Like WhatsApp, you know how all the terrorists use that shit? Also not good.
Alright. So, we got week 3 football.
Did you just make a kid Tinder joke?
Yeah, he did. He did. I was just trying to breeze past it, so. I almost combined 2 jokes that shouldn't have been combined, and I'm glad I didn't.
Alright, football picks.
Anniversary of 9/11. Alright, week 3. Speaking of New York, we have the Jets at the Browns.
The Browns finally win a game. That's easy. Move on.
Alright. Jets, Browns. Rob?
Jets.
Alright.
You do know the Jets got their ass kicked today, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it became close at the end, but still.
Saints, Falcons.
You saw how the Saints almost lost to the Browns. Would have lost if the Browns would have made a field goal kick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
And it's in Atlanta. 49ers.
In Atlanta,
49ers, Chiefs.
I'm the only one that made a pick, right?
I'm
Oh.
Rob, come back. Rob, come back. You can make your picks before me. And he closed the door.
It is gone. All right,
And
so
he's
I guess it's
gone.
just me and you now.
Gone.
49ers
Gone.
Chiefs.
No, we're gonna wait for Rob to come back. We're gonna be polite. We're gonna
All right,
wait.
We'll be
Also,
polite.
you also never made your Falcons pick.
I got.
You just kind of agreed with me, but you never said Falcons.
I have the Falcons.
As you should.
Damn.
Run, Bortles, run.
Damn, that joke was probably. That joke was
This
off
is
color.
us,
I apologize now for that joke.
Which one?
I'm not even gonna repeat it.
Well, I mean, you made several off-cover jokes off-color jokes in a row. I'm not sure which one you're apologizing for.
Which other one was off color?
I'm not going to say that.
All my jokes have been white. What's wrong, bro?
So who's gonna win the Falcons game, Rob? Falcon Saints?
Third week tie.
Third week shot.
I like that prediction. I
I did too.
Something we didn't talk about.
Leave me hanging, thanks.
This is the first time, I believe, in NFL history that there had been a back-to-back week with a tie.
49ers Chiefs.
I will fact check that.
49ers Chiefs. The Chiefs whooped up on the Steelers. I'm going with the Chiefs.
I'm going with the Chiefs as well.
49ers.
Raiders Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, Dolphins. With
Dolphins. It's in Miami. So I'm going Dolphins.
Raiders, Fins.
Yeah.
Raiders.
Bills Vikings. They're now 1-0-1 Vikings.
Yeah, but they're playing the 0-2 Bills.
Bills.
LaShawn McCoy got hurt this game. I don't know if he's going to be back. LA is whooping up on Arizona. Who do you think's the worst team in the league, Arizona or the Bills? That's the competition I want to know about.
They both suck.
Todd Gurley has 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Did you make your pick, Rob?
Yeah, I got the Vikings on that one.
Vikings. Anybody who bets on the Bills is just looking to throw money away.
Colts Eagles.
Carson Wentz is back. Eagles.
Yeah, I got Eagles as well. Rob?
I'm sorry, what?
Colts Eagles.
Colts played good today.
Colts.
Packers Redskins.
Redskins had a tough game this week.
I got the Pack.
Packers have a tie now.
For the second year in a row, I think, too.
Packers and who? Who's again?
Redskins.
Redskins. Divisional game. I think the Redskins pulled out.
That's not a divisional game.
Isn't it? No.
No.
Redskins are with the Dallas division.
Yeah. Bengals Panthers.
Again, you skipped Rob.
Rob.
He's right there.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
Skins.
Bengals Panthers.
Bengals are hot right now.
I
Go
got
with
the
the hot
Bengals.
hand.
I got the Bengals with the high hand.
I
Rob?
haven't seen much of the Panthers, but the Bengals have been looking good, so I'll go Bengals.
The Panthers played good today, but they needed a touchdown, and they with like 30 seconds left and couldn't get it.
Titans Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. I mean, we're watching them beat up on the Patriots, and
Yeah.
the Patriots are a much better team than the Titans.
Yeah, by a large margin. Rob?
What was it?
Titans Jacksonville.
Jax. Fact check. This is no, actually, this is
The first backed-to-back
the
weeks?
People are on their shit on Wikipedia.
Oh, this has already got updated?
This is the first time, the third time since 1974 that 2 games in consecutive weeks finished in ties.
First time it's been week 1 and 2.
That this has happened in weeks 1 and 2 since 1971.
And to show how good Wikipedia is, this is only like 2 hours after that game
say,
ended in
yeah.
a tie.
Since 1971, that asterisk is because before that there was no
Week 1, like...
overtime rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hard to get overtime when there is no overtime.
Yeah.
yeah.
Broncos Ravens.
I'm
gonna go with the Ravens.
Broncos, Ravens.
Flacco's throwing yards.
Yeah,
No.
but he didn't throw enough yards to beat the Bengals. Ravens, I agree.
I think the Bengals are going to win a playoff game
I'm
this
going
year.
with Ravens.
You're gonna go
There's
Broncos.
0% chance that Marvin Lewis ever wins a playoff. Unless Marvin Lewis gets injured and someone else takes over coaching, the Bengals do not win a playoff game.
Yeah, I got the Ravens as well.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
I can
Giants,
see it.
Texans.
Giants suck. Texans aren't as good as they were last year. Texans, though.
I'm going to go Texans. It's in Texas. So, yeah.
Giants for the upset.
Chargers, Rams, a battle of the LAs.
Chargers played great today because they were playing the Bills. Next week they're playing the Rams, who might be the most talented team in football. Going with the Rams.
Rams. I think they're going to ram it right up the Chargers.
Rams.
Bears, Cardinals.
Cardinals
Suck.
maybe the best at being the worst in football,
They're terrible.
or it might be the Bills. But either way, that means the other team's winning.
Yeah, I got the Bears. Bears.
Bears.
Bears.
Cowgirls versus the Seahawks.
There is not a team called Cowgirls until you rephrase the question. I won't know how to react.
Cowboys, Seahawks.
Seahawks, though. The Seahawks.
You
Seahawks.
can't tell I hate the Cowboys. I got the Seahawks. Pats, Lions. I got the Lions. It's in Detroit.
You think the Lions are going to beat the Patriots?
Yes. America's team.
What are you doing with your Ambien? I told you not to take it
I
before the
got the
podcast.
Lions.
Yeah, no, the Patriots.
The Lions.
The Patriots. Easy.
I got the Lions. By 3.
I have the Patriots by like 20.
It's gonna be a tie.
I have the Patriots by triple digits.
I mean, no, this isn't college football. You're confused.
Rob, who do you got? Patriots?
Patriots.
All right, and then the Monday night game. The 0-1-1 Pittsburgh Steelers versus the surprisingly upstart, phenomenal Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
B-U-C-S. Bucks.
Tampa.
Can you believe he's thrown over 800 yards in 2 games with 8 touchdowns and only 1 interception?
Yes, I can. Well, no, I can't believe it because that interception was bullshit.
Yeah.
Hold on to the ball.
O.J. Howard, what the hell?
He never really had the ball and he just knocked out.
I got
if
the
he
Bucks.
just would have secured that,
It would have been a first down.
if Evans would have dropped that, the Eagles wouldn't even have scored as many points they did.
Yeah.
It was,
I got the Bucks.
I think Big Ben's out of time. I'm gonna go Tampa.
I like that. That was good.
Leaves me hanging
That's
there.
why I wanted you back here for the picks, Rob. I knew you'd have one. I was hoping 2, but one's fine.
But yep, that's it. That's it for that game.
You didn't get the over/under, but you covered the spread.
Yes.
Oh, someone's injured.
That's the story of football this year.
A lot of injuries.
All right, and finally we come to that was a good segment, Aaron. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back through and watch and find those results. But it's time to
You
get
and I
to.
both know he's not doing that.
It's time to get to. No, what's going to happen is at the very end, the like last week of the season, I'm going to have to go through, find out all of our picks, find out all the wins and losses, and then plug it in.
You're right.
So the dumb thing this week comes to us from the world of comics, of course.
Oh, yay.
50-50 shot. Which one do you think it's from?
DC.
Rob?
Is it cinematic or print?
It is print.
I'm gonna go with Marvel.
Aaron was correct. It comes to us from the world of DC. Now, it comes to us from one of the big 6. Do you want to take a 1 in 6 shot and guess which were those 6? As in, like, the 6 members of the Justice League. The main 6. What I don't remember.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman.
I mean, which one of the 6?
Oh.
Or were you just giving him the list?
I was just giving the list
Okay.
of the big 6.
Do you want to take a list from the 6 that you think this dumb thing comes from?
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go with the Flash.
With Green Lantern because Aaron said Flash first.
You can also go with Flash if you want.
No, Green Lantern.
You should have went with the Flash because it was the Flash. I'm surprised neither went with Batman since historically, Batman comes up a lot.
Yeah, but he's probably tucking himself out.
So the Flash, as you know, what is the Flash? What the Flash is?
It's the fastest man alive.
Well, he used to be.
Oh dear God.
Do you know what the Flash is now in the new comic?
What?
No longer the fastest man alive. He's something else.
Creature.
The slowest.
No, he was for a little bit. I think we talked about the slow force during one episode, or if not, it never made it into the podcast. But that was something that was eligible for dumb thing.
Okay.
But no, he's not but he's the somethingest man alive.
Shortest.
No,
Tallest.
Wittiest.
it's Yes, but no. No.
Most impotent.
No. Okay, let's go now.
Most fertile.
What are some of Superman's great things? What is he? What would you,
It's hard for him to shave.
What can Superman do that's really good?
Laser vision.
Laser, but I mean, like, you can't be the laserest vision man alive.
Ice vision.
Flash is the flyest man on earth.
That was good.
Yes, but no. No, but Superman, you know, he
Strongest.
he's very strong, right?
Weakest man alive.
So the Flash is now the strongest man alive. So you may think, man, that's pretty stupid. But it gets stupider.
See, okay, hold on. Pump the brakes. Right here, I don't see this being stupid. Not because the Flash is strong, but the Flash has physics on his side, and
yeah, that would make sense. That was how it was going on.
a punch from a gummy bear at 300,000 miles per hour is still gonna fuck your shit.
But would the Flash be able to lift something very heavy with those physics?
If he did so quickly.
I don't think so. I don't think it works that way.
If he was moving fast enough, yes.
No, if he was moving fast enough, he would just like kind of go through it.
Yeah. But if he slowed down, he could bring it with him.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying when I'm saying he's the strongest man alive. No, what I mean is that he's now like just physically strong. Do you know how he got this power?
Prayer.
Both close. So where does the Flash normally get his powers from?
The Speed Force.
What did he tap into?
The Strength Force.
The Flash has tapped into the Strength Force. It's now made him the strongest man alive.
Why?
There is a Strength Force. He's using it now.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Comics.
The Strength Force chose him.
Give
Oh
me
my
the
God.
strength not to jump
Is he still fast?
I don't believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Why is he called Flash?
Because he was already the Flash. Like, it's not like they retcon his origins. It's just now he is.
Which Flash
one
is it?
with the Strength Force?
Is it Barry
It's Barry
Allen? Is it Bart?
It's Barry Allen. I just told you. But when you said, "Is it Barry Allen?" I said, "Yeah, it's Barry Allen."
It's awful. So bad.
That's pretty dumb.
That's
Pretty.
Hey there, Delilah.
Pretty fucking dumb.
Pretty fucking dumb.
I liked your thing. Just, no, wait, with physics, you know, that headline's just. This is much like the beer headline. It's false. No, he tapped into the Strength Force. But that's all all she wrote for this week. Misery Loves Company. It's a song.
By multiple bands.
But if you want
Did
to
you hear about the Paramore thing?
Yeah,
yeah,
that
he
last
told us
week.
Misery
I told
Business.
you
She
guys.
doesn't
Was that
sing it
last
anymore.
week?
Yeah. Hey, I don't think I made it in the podcast, but yeah, we talked about it.
It's funny because like we talk about all this stuff, and then like when I'm at work, I listen to like the talk radio or whatever, and I know we're doing a good job when they cover everything we covered in one day, strewn about the week. It's a good feeling. Good feeling.
It feels good. All right, so to begin the
I can't
sign-off
snap.
phase, weird fact: I can't snap with. Oh,
I
just did
can't
it,
snap at all.
But I haven't really been able to snap with this hand anymore, even though I can still snap with this one.
Did you hurt it?
I
can't
remessed
do
up
it.
my wrist, but I can kind of snap with this one now. But for a while, I was making no noise at all.
I can't do it at all.
I think maybe this got pushed in somehow or something. I don't know. But weird fact. So sign off, people.
The
Go.
more you know.
Be safe.
Seminoles suck.
That's not a sign off. That's just a fact.
Water your plants. Florence won't do it for you.
I mean, unless you lived in the Carolinas, then they probably watered you good.
They're probably
Unless you have indoor plants, then that didn't help. unless it ripped your roof off, but then you have way more problems to worry about. Than
Water your
plants.
plants.
Unless you're a vegan, then I guess maybe you care more about your plants in your house. I don't really know. I don't know how vegans work because go eat meat. That's all I got. See ya. I hit stop.
And here's
Stop.
the part where we still